everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to Bookish Blonde. So the angle's a little different. I'm trying to work out the lighting. The sun keeps coming in and out of the clouds, so I'm sorry it's a little bit different position today, but I'm here to talk about my reads for May. I'm very excited about some of these. Let's just get started. I'm hoping I get to read all of these. We will see. The first two titles are going to fit the buzzword on the cover challenge and the buzzword challenge from Books and Lala. For the month of May, it's the words to, T-O, and to, T-O-O. So we are going to pick up Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. I've read Elsie Silver before. I read Flawless, and I love that. I thought it was a great romance. I think this is another cowboy romance. Yeah, we have a family's ranch. We have a smart, sassy, tempting female character. It looks like maybe forced proximity, but we definitely have a small town country style vibe in this one. This is book one of the Gold Rush Ranch series. I believe there's 5 in this series. This is also off of my TBR jar pick for spring, so that also was kind of cool. But I'm excited to pick up another Elsie Silver and let you guys know what I think. For on the cover challenge this month, it's Eyes. So I thought this one was perfect. This is by Amy Harmon, Making Faces. This one's going to be a very hard-hitting book. It's kind of a little bit inspired by Beauty and the Beast, as far as I know. It's a story of a small town where 5 young men go off to war and only one comes back. It's the story of loss, collective loss, individual loss, loss of beauty, loss of life, loss of identity. It is the tale of one girl's love for a broken boy and a wounded warrior's love for an unremarkable girl. Amy Harmon is such a brilliant writer, so I can't imagine this not being anything but 5 stars, but we shall see. This one might be a little bit challenging, hard-hitting for me. My husband is retired military, and I won't get into too much of that. That's too personal for this video, but just know this might be a little hard for me to read. Worst case, I'll DNF it if I can't handle it and pick up something else, but I'm looking forward to that one. So that'll fill that prompt. Let's do that one in a minute. Okay, for my Go With The Flow, I am going to pick up Claire Leslie Hall's Broken Country. I just need to read this because I keep seeing it everywhere. I keep hearing the most amazing things. This one takes place in the 1950s into the 60s, I believe, which is a different time period from the previous book I read by Jillian McAllister for April. So that works for that prompt for Go With The Flow. This one is there's a mystery in here. It says the farmer is dead. He is dead, and all anyone wants to know is who kills him. So Beth and her gentle, kind husband Frank are happily married, though their relationship relies on the past staying buried. But when Beth's brother-in-law shoots a dog going after their sheep, Beth doesn't realize that the gunshot will alter the course of their lives. The dog belonged to none other than Gabriel Wolfe, the man Beth loved as a teenager, the man who broke her heart years ago. Gabriel has returned to the village with his young son, Leo, a boy who reminds Beth very much of her own son, who died a few years earlier in a tragic accident. As Beth is pulled back into Gabriel's life, tensions around the village rise and dangerous secrets and jealousies from the past resurface, this time with deadly consequences. Beth is forced to choose between the woman she once was and the woman she has become. This is a sweeping love story with the pace and twist of a thriller. Broken Country is a novel of shimmering passion, impossible choices, and explosive consequences that toggles between the past and present to explore the far-reaching legacy of first love. Doesn't that sound amazing, you guys? I'm so excited to check this one out. Okay, my next reread for my challenge I've given myself to reread 6 books this year is going to be The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library and Sarah over at Sarah's Bookstand are also doing a buddy read, I believe, in the March of May. So I thought that was perfect timing. I can't wait to reread this and find out, is this a all-time favorite like I think it is. I want to tab it up. It's a beautiful beautiful copy. I'm a little bit nervous to even read it, so I hope I don't spill anything on it or anything, but yeah, I cannot wait to reread this one. If you guys don't know, this is a World War II historical fiction following two sisters that are supporting the war in two very different ways, and this book broke me when I read it. I loved it so much. So good. So that one will be read as well. Okay, on my Kindle, I'm going to pick up a book by Janelle Brown. It releases in June. It's called What Kind of Paradise? I am very excited about this one because I've only read one book by Janelle Brown. It was Watch Me Disappear. Yeah, Watch Me Disappear. I read it years ago, but absolutely loved it. It was a mystery that had a little bit of literary in it, a little bit of family ties, a little bit harder of a read, but her writing was so good, and the twists and turns in that book, I loved it when I read it. So I'm excited to read this, tell you guys my thoughts before it releases, and hopefully get some of you excited about it. Let's see. There are at least one book that I'm going to read that I can't tell you guys about, maybe two. So I have my next round of Read Like a Booktuber. I have those 3 books picked out. They were given to me, and so I don't want to tell you yet what those are. You have to wait to be surprised, but there are 3 books, and I need to read at least one in May, so I will keep that a secret, but there is a book I can't tell you about. And then the next 3 are just really hopeful possibilities. I did not get to Say You'll Remember Me in April, unfortunately. I don't know why. I just couldn't get to it. I cannot wait to pick this up. Honestly, I want to pick this up first, but we'll see. But Abby Jimenez's new book, I want to read so desperately. I heard great things. Another one that I didn't get to that I was hoping to get to in April was This Book Will Bury Me by Ashley Winstead. I love Ashley Winstead's thrillers. I've heard great things about this too. So those are ones I'm hoping to fit in. And then last but definitely not least, another book that would fulfill a prompt for my TBR jar for spring is The 5-Year Lie by Serena Bowen. She also has a release that's coming out soon, I think in May, that sounds really good too. But this is a domestic thriller. The TBR prompt was a book with a number in the title, so we have 5. We are following Ariel, whose phone buzzes, and she gets a very mysterious message. Something's happened. Meet me under the tree. I need to see you. From a ex-boyfriend of hers, a man that she loved that disappeared with no explanation. And so she goes to the meeting spot curious, and nobody shows. It says, to safeguard herself and her son, she'll have to find out what's going on before it finds her, and with it, the answer to what became of Drew. This is Serena Bowen's debut thriller. She is a romance author, so that should be interesting. I've never read any of her romance, but this is her debut into the thriller genre, which is exciting. It's a heart-wrenching romance that only she can execute. The 5-Year Lie is a page-turning, spine-tingling story that will leave you guessing until the very end. So that sounds really good. So there you go. That is 8 books. No, 7 books plus my Kindle, which is 8 books. And then, like I said, I got to read at least one of my next Read Like a Booktuber round. So we'll see what I get to. What are you guys reading in May? I cannot wait. April was a very solid reading month, so I'm not mad at it, but I'm excited for some new books to pick up. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you're reading something amazing. I will see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye. Happy reading.